This video contains major spoilers including the ending of the game. It's been about a week since Expedition 33's ending left me in an emotional stress. I now have seen both endings to the story and I wanted to give my thoughts on them in this video. In my blind playthrough of the game, I chose Verso's ending without much hesitation, primarily because I went through something similar. I lost two family members recently, one by accident and one by cancer. And the void they left me was something that I don't wish on anyone. I knew that clinging to their memories and refusing to move forward is something that is both ethically and morally wrong. They would never want to become the source of self-destruction, for their sake and mine. That said, Verso's ending did leave me incredibly conflicted. When Myel was getting kicked out of the canvas, I couldn't help but feel pain. I've grown attached to her like a little sister, and to an extent, a daughter. Something I haven't felt since Clementine from The Walking Dead. She was desperately asking us not to leave her, to not push her back into a world where she feels alone, despite knowing that it's the quote-unquote right thing to do. Kudos to Myel's voice actress. When I saw Esquier and Monaco, I couldn't help but feel shame. They forgive us for our decision, even though it leads to their demise. When I saw Ciel and Lune, I couldn't help but feel remorse, because not only did we betray them twice, but we also killed their last chance to see their family again. In the epilogue, we see the Descendre family grieving Verso's death, but this time in a healthier way, and more importantly, together. However, this came at a cost of an entire world with real living souls. I questioned my decision for a long time. Did I do what's right? Should I have saved the painting, saved the people of Lumiere despite Verso's plea? Maybe one man's suffering for the future of an entire civilization is worth it? I was extremely conflicted until I saw Myel's ending, and boy, it threw me for a loop. In this ending, all of Lumiere and its citizens are restored. Not only are our party members alive, but so are their loved ones. We see Ciel with her husband, as well as Gustave and Sophie, and it all feels wrong. The screen cuts to a black and white tone, with an older Verso preparing to play the piano. It's obvious he is playing out of reluctance, and the enforcer is none other than Myel, indicating that she is slowly but surely following her mother's mistake of becoming the second paintress. This ending disturbed me, but I wasn't exactly surprised by it. One is cruel yet true, the other is bliss yet false. Myel's ending felt wrong to me because she saved the lives of Lumiere at the cost of not only her family's life, but also life itself. She trades one family for another, not out of love, but out of grief. She doesn't want to be Alicia because being a Descendre comes with an overwhelming burden of high expectations. She doesn't want to be left alone in her room, not because her family abuses her, but because she doesn't want to face the truthful reality that her brother is gone, and it's her fault. None of her family members are perfect, but they do love and care for her in their own way. Aline repaints Alicia as Myel because she wants her to have a life of love that she couldn't give. Clea warns Alicia the dangers of being in the painting for too long, and Renoir is willing to destroy the canvas to save her, knowing his daughter will forever hate him for it. Yes, Myel did save Lumiere and its denizens. However, when I saw Gustave and Sophie, I couldn't help but feel disturbed. Because life and death are both intertwined, when Myel took away death, she also took away the meaning of life. Life without death can only lead to stagnation. There's no growth, no hope, and no future. That said, I don't want to dissuade or disapprove anyone for choosing Myel's ending, because I believe Expedition 33's theme is how one confronts grief, not dictating what the correct way is. It's one of those games that I personally don't want a sequel. However, with its success, I do believe that a DLC could be in the works. Many have stated that they want the journey of previous expeditions. However, I think a more interesting one would be to make Myel's ending canon. Essentially, we would play as Renoir, coming back to the canvas. The party would consist of Renoir, Clea, Painted Verso, Monaco, and Esquier. The antagonists would be Lune, Ciel, Gustave, Aline, and Myel as the new paintress. Anyways, let me know what your thoughts are on the ending and its potential sequel. Join me in my Just Chatting stream on both YouTube and Twitch on Monday through Thursday. Thanks for watching.